their life. Because they're big old cowards, as they should be, because they're so small. If I was that small, I'd be a coward too. Hey NZ, how you doing? Alright, well, it looks like Digimon broke, so we're gonna close that, and we're gonna jump into the news. It's news time, everyone. Let's do it. Chat, I've realized I have not turned on the TV again. It's happened again. The TV is broken. You can see through it. I really should make it so that there's a section on the TV so you can't just see through the TV. But, you know me. We just do it in a weird way. Alright, let's fix this up. There we go. Yeah, I can say that after I banged off the limiter. Oh my god, just roast that spider alive. Big spiders are approaching you. Oh. Medic, please do not draw a JoJo style meme with spider dare to approach. Please. Alright. Alright. News time. So, as I mentioned, there is a decent amount of news this week. It took me by surprise. So, we're gonna jump in. There's a decent amount here. So, startup, this is actually a fun thing for you guys to check out. I think I did drop it in the Discord. Poketoons, they basically had on the Pokemon channel have put up a Poketoon anime short, which is this adorably drawn, styled animation of a boy in his Magikarp, and I love it. It's so cute. But the thing is, it's only available on by watching it directly through the Pokemon channel. Like, it's really funny because of how YouTube does its children's animations, so linking it is a bit of an interesting thing, but definitely go check it out. I think it was super cute. I think this is the stuff that makes Pokemon a bit special, is they can go and do these interesting projects. Right now mosquitoes are a pain. God damn, they're everywhere. Oh god, yeah, I hate mosquitoes, honestly. They're one of those things, like, I hate little flying insects in your face. That drives me a little nutty. Monster Hunter Stories 2, Tsukino will determine your ideal monster. Now, I think this would be a fun thing for you guys to do. So if you guys haven't done this, there is a Monster Hunter Stories 2 ideal monster quiz. If you want to figure out your monster's personality that matches you. They've done one for, they did one for Rise as well. I think these are sometimes just a little fun thing to do, and I might do one at the end of this, because Monster Hunter Stories 2 will be the thing we jump into after we finish the news. And yeah, we can have a bit of fun with that. So if you guys want to go and look at your quiz and figure out what your monster would be, let me know. But we'll press on while you guys do that. So a lot of trailers, because a lot of release animations and opening cinematics have happened. So Tales of Arise opening animation has been dropped because the release of this game is pretty soon. It is, oh, actually, I'm actually wrong. This is actually quite a while away. This is September 10th on worldwide, but I still really like this game. You DM'd me, Jamie? Hang on, give me 2 seconds. And I'll line that one on Jamie. We'll do that in a bit. Back saved an ant's life. That's the way, Alex. Protect life. Even spiders get to deserve to live. I've been itching by getting bitten by mosquitoes from July 4th. That's the thing. If it's a warm day and you're going out and you get mosquitoes, that's the thing. You just have to accept you go out. But yeah, just a little story for the end of the news. Okay. So yeah, we can check out this animation. I actually think this one might be another one of those, yeah, so this is an anime-esque opening, and it's gonna be licensed music, so who knows, our VOD might get muted here. I've got multiple music because of CJ. Hey CJ, how you doing, man? Welcome on in. You got Palmumu. Heck yeah, I like Palmumu. A lot of people don't like him. He's very cute. He's like a little bat. He's a little white bat. But yeah, I'm looking forward to playing this game. I've never played a Tales game, but this one genuinely looks quite fun. It seems like we're at a point where this game has gotten quite large in terms of like sort of world scope, cast, and plot. So if you like a bit of dumb anime bullshit like me, perhaps we can join on this same adventure. But this is the main character. Sick ass dude in heavy armor with a flaming greatsword. That's my jam. Now this looks, it's like, this is not the most highest budget like anime intro, but I think it looks okay. I think it looks a little bit better than the Scarlet Nexus one in some way, but I think Scarlet Nexus has a little bit more style going on. So you could just imagine this one being like very, I guess, how do I say, could have a pairing anime with it, with how it's presented like this. Especially where it's Flame Swordsman versus Blue Flame Swordsman. Oh wait, his sword just smolders? Shit, that's amazing. Also, I remember once sitting on the couch within PNG, like 24 mosquitoes just flying in front of me. I clapped my hands. Oh no. Oh, that's so gross, CJ. Oh, that's so gross. I hate that. Real fighter. One Punch Man. It does give One Punch Man vibes. Dude, the CJ command is cool. I have no idea how to do that. Wait, what do you mean, Jamie? You mean when like CJ came in? That's automated. So he's my mod. I've got him an automated command. So this is the one that Jamie passed on through. GTA Online teasers. So I think Alex might be interested in this as well. GTA Online teases summer updates and adds new survival maps. This is crazy. I'll be honest, I can't imagine. So GTA, how is it still getting content? This is crazy to me. Like, I know people are waiting, like really not patiently for GTA 6, which is still going to be quite some time away, I'm fairly sure. Especially because of Red Dead 2. But looks like they're still doing content for this game. So I can't remember the last time I actually played GTA 5, but shit, that game's still super fun. Wait, what? Wildly popular internet alien gangs. Wait, are you gonna have aliens in it? That's bizarre. You gotta be kidding me. 2025 is what top predictors say. That sounds more reasonable, Jamie. I kind of, that sounds a lot more reasonable than what people have been saying, where it's like they're expecting it like to be at least teased in the next year or two, because it's going to be a while. Scroll down. Hey Taco, how you doing? Ghost of Tsushima is getting an update next month. Oh, is it to pair, Taco, is that to pair with the director's cut? Because fuck, that looks really good. I actually really want to play that. Aliens. The amount of money GTA 5 makes is why not keep making it? Yeah, I know, dude. It's still the biggest ongoing sales game. It's crazy. What am I looking for, Jamie? Are we looking at a specific car? I wouldn't know specific car stuff. Multiplayer is getting a new mode as well. You're hype? Oh, that's good to hear, man. I'm pretty excited to check out the updated version of the game, because that one was quite good, and playing it on the PS5 was super fun. Hey Mo, how you doing, man? Mo, that that emote is very cursed. Is that one of your actual emotes? How have you got that? This ain't what I see. Oh, okay. That makes more sense, Jamie. All right, we'll keep moving. If you find anything, you let me know. So, Bandai Namco trademarks One Piece Odyssey in Japan, as well as MHUR in Europe, which people are guessing is probably My Hero Aka getting a thing, which Again, I still don't think Hero Academia is content enough to really have some really expansive stuff. But considering how they've been going, we'll see. But One Piece always excites me. Maybe one day we'll get a good One Piece game that I actually will really like. But yeah, I'm good. How you been? I'm good. I've been good, Mo. No, it's weird because this weekend I'm going to be busy and next weekend. So I'm actually been doing Thursdays and Fridays. But it's been fun. Next week I might not be doing mini streams at all if I'm streaming at all next week. But I'll let you guys know. But as always, I just love playing games. So Mo, playing Scarlet Nexus and Monster Hunter Stories 2, I'm in a very good space. But yeah, I really hope this One Piece game is really expansive in a way that's like better than what the not World Red, whatever that last game that came out was, because I wanted that game to be good, but making a weird stealth game for One Piece, very strange. But yeah, I don't know. I'm always optimistic just to have more One Piece games, honestly. I'm just waiting for the day where I get a proper fighting game with for One Piece, and I'd be super happy. How about you, Mo? How's your week been? Hopefully, has the weather been not too cold and treating you well? It has been almost 0 degrees here, so the sun's out today. It's actually quite nice. Pokemon Go's lifetime revenue hits 5 billion. Oh my god. I have talked about how crazy Niantic and Pokemon being together was. I never would have estimated that it did as well as it has done. Pokemon is a monstrosity in just how powerful it is in the industry. $5 billion is an insane amount of money. Like, I can't stress that enough, how just stupid amount of money that this has made. The fact that they've made this and actually turned it into a better functioning game and people still play it is mad to me. I still cannot, the hook for me was not there, but for some people, that hook is really, really deep and it will drag money out of them. But yeah, we'll see how Niantic does with its other projects. Hopefully this money gets put to good use. But with some of the things that they sound like they're wanting to work on, hard to say. They definitely wanted to hit other big IPs like Harry Potter and stuff like that, but really, really don't know. It's freezing here, but we're stuck inside, so just permanent aircon on. Oh my god. Wait, what? Oh, are you at work, Mo? So it's like, I like the idea that you're at work and freezing because of the aircon. That's a good thing about working in a smaller office where you're allowed to decide what each floor does. Genshin Impact. Oh, you're in lockdown! Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, shit. Oh, I completely about that. We have been for about 2 weeks. Fuck. That's crazy, dude. I forgot about that. Sydney is finally in an actual lockdown. Yeah, I was a bit mad that it took that long to have the same level of lockdown that Victoria had. It's a little scary up there right now. So hopefully everything goes well. Hopefully, like, I think it doesn't. It sounds bad, but it's not as bad as it could be for a lot of that stuff in New South Wales. So yeah, you had a half-baked lockdown that didn't work. I love how critical Victoria is of the other states. It's like everyone's like hating on Victoria. It's like, look at how bad you are, and it's like, and then they go into lockdown, they go crazy hard, and then everyone else just looks like they're not doing the right thing. But each state's different. It's 13 degrees, but it feels like 20 to me. Dude, it is 9 degrees currently here. It is very cold, very chilly. I don't know. I don't know if it's got a feels like. I'd have to look up what it feels like. 44 new cases today. Oh my god, no way, Mo. Okay, that's a little scary. 44 new cases in a day. That's fucking terrifying. You've got like the new strains. That's really scary. That's the thing. Like, that's the hard part about COVID, because it keeps evolving and changing and stuff. So, we had 500 yesterday. Oh my god, Jamie. Where the fuck are you? Oh, well, you don't have to tell me, but that's terrifying. That's really scary. Is that Sydney alone? I'm not sure. I haven't actually been looking at the numbers. I don't know if they're counting it. I assume they'd be counting for the entire state. That's what we did. Babushka? Babushka dolls? Australian number is always low compared to the rest of the world. That's true, definitely. It's interesting because you kind of want to look at percentages with some of that stuff. That's terrible then. That's crazy, Jamie. It's so mad. But back to the news. I know it's a heavy thing to talk about and go back to the news, but we'll switch on back. Genshin Impact version 2.0 broadcast is announced. I thought this was really fucking strange to be announced in a sense. That's 500 for the whole of Ireland. Oh, wow, what? Oh shit, I didn't know Ireland was still in such a terrible space as well. Fuck, that's scary. Oh my gosh. 300 to 600 daily for us. Like, still currently. Have you guys not gone on, like, heavy lockdown over there? Because I know Australia really well, but it's like Australia and America, I know kind of what's happening. But I'm not really sure so much about Europe. Like the United Kingdom Islands, like holy crap, like, have you guys not gotten onto like really heavy lockdown? I don't know how Ireland's treating that, but yeah, Genshin Impact. So, I saw a 2.0 and version 2.0, I don't know if this is the same for anyone else. As a person who plays a lot of MMOs, version 2.0 to me is an expansion. But reading this article, I don't believe this is actually an expansion. I think this is just another patch. If anyone who plays Genshin still, let me know what is actually happening with this. I'm excited to hear if there's some really big changes happening with Genshin, but it really does sound like it's just another patch. And that's a little weird. Yeah. I kind of am curious what this presentation will have in it now. So this will happen on, broadcast will happen on the 9th of, oh, it's happening tonight. Okay, shit. So this will be tonight to check out. But yeah. We've been down to 3 cases, it dropped to 50 after they slightly lifted and raised a couple of hundred. Oh, geez, Jamie, that's scary. Yeah, we're pretty much down to 0, like at least in Victoria. We went really heavy because each of our states, which is some of our states are almost as big as Ireland. Like, not in terms of population, but like it's been nice to see it pretty much just get zoned out because like we're able to crack down very heavily. As much as it will be really hard for people and it sucks being in lockdown, but it really does make a big difference. Like, there's a phrase that I keep seeing on like advertisements. It's like we aren't immune until we're all immune, sort of thing. Or not immune. I don't think it's the right word, but oh, thank you for the water, Alex. You're level 25 in Final Fantasy 14. It's happening. Shit, dude. So you enjoying it? I'm actually curious because it's like, I know the start of the game, you can get a pretty bad burnout from 1 to 60 because of just how big that story is. But yeah, I love 14. Maybe I should join you guys at some point. Playing a pugilist. Oh shit. So you're gonna play monk when you get to 40? It's 40 when you get your class change, I think. We aren't safe until we are all safe. That's the one. Jamie found it. That's the phrasing. I do like that tagline. But yeah, Pugilist is quite fun. I never really played Monk. I don't think Pugilist can't go into Rogue, can it? It can't go into Thief, into Rogue, into Ninja. I was trying to think Ninja. Ninja's the class. I don't know if, I don't think it can. I think you might need to be Ninja and Thief to be able to do that. A real job only fools you weapons where you could just punch shit. Dude, have you seen my greatsword? It's the best. It's the only thing, and I want to use it more. All right. So again, I said we got a couple of opening cinematics to watch. We've got a couple of cinematics to watch just because like some of these opening cinematics are fantastic. So I don't know why they've got an English version of this trailer. It's a bit weird. When I do that. But we've got Lost Judgment, which looks fucking killer, by the way. So if you don't know, Lost Judgment, or Judgments, is the spin-off from the Yakuza series. So it's using the Yakuza engine, especially the new Yakuza engine, which is gorgeous. And it's J-drama. If you like a bit of J-drama, This series is pretty fucking good. Uru's in the bag. Put your Uru's in the bag. Oh my god, NC, that's very cute. I mean, so we're gonna say it's not that interesting so far, but I'm using it as a downtime. It's a good way. It's just MMO fodder to like pass the time. I think is a good way to think about it. But it really kicks into gear towards the end of the A Realm Reborn. We've had fuck off, really? That's terrifying, Jamie. That's so huge. How big is Ireland's population to Australia, actually? I don't know. Look how real these faces. I can't get over. These are just actors. If you know Japanese drama actors, this weirds me out sometimes because I've seen this quite a few times in a few J dramas. And look at this man. This is just a real man. Oh god. Ardo's voice is really fucking good. If you've ever watched it opening to like a J-drama TV series, they're pretty much like this. It's really funny because I was talking to a friend about it, I'm like, it's missing like the text on screen and it's missing like the kind of text on screen introducing each of the characters. And my friend of mine showed me what the original opening to Judgment 1 was, and it was just straight up a J-drama opening. It was very funny. So I wonder whether or not there will be another version when this game actually comes out, where it has like all of like the actors and like the characters' names on screen. But damn, this looks so good. Man, Australia's really getting fucked up, is really fucking up the vaccine rollout, but I'm glad. Yeah, I know. Yeah, 100% CJ. 4 million in Ireland, so it's like New Zealand. What's our population in Australia? Australians' population is 25 million. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. What's this? Hang on. All right, CJ, better calculation. What is the population of Victoria versus New Zealand? Because I know we're a lot smaller. Like, we're really spread out across Australia, so... But yeah, Lost Judgment looks gorgeous. I can't wait for that game to I want to play both Judgments now, just because they just look so good. What mythical animal would I have as a pet, and why would it be a dragon? Without a doubt. I love dragons. it just instantly. Why is this? Why are these just pictures of their skirts? Hang on. I wanted the trailer. Hang on. So, Blue Reflection is a new game coming out. And they've actually just released a trailer for it. I guess I must have grabbed the teaser thing. Hang on, we'll find the actual... There we go. Here's the actual trailer. Dude, just want to say, I'm very into like train tracks over ocean. So this game is really weird because artistically the environments are beautiful and really creative and it really up my scene. But then when it cuts to the real world stuff, it's really like bland and ugly. I really don't like these girls' faces, by the way. I think that the art aesthetic for the girls' faces suck. Like, they're really not very good looking. But these environments are really pretty. So I don't know if this is the one that shows off the actual... Oh, this is like a actual teaser trailer. This isn't the actual opening one. The opening one looks really, really good. Oh shit, they made Juice. I love Juice. They look plastic. Yeah, they've kind of got like, I don't know. I really don't like the look of them. They look like, do you know what they kind of look like, chat? They kind of remind me of like indie game models. So someone told me that like the 2D art for the concept of all the art for the characters, like the artist's work is fantastic, but it doesn't translate very well to 3D, and I kind of agree. Like, I think these models come out really fucking weird, but the aesthetic of this game is really pretty. So I really want to see a bit more of that game. But yeah, like just this sort of iconic sort of like stylization where it's like she's got like this little chairs and desks floating on the ocean, and they've got these like nice dresses and stuff like that. I think it really looks really, really nice. But we'll see. We'll see if that game's any good. Did you know unicorn is Scotland's national animal? What? That can't be real, CJ. They're not real. How can you have that as your national animal? It's not real. There are 6. Oh, fuck off. So there's more people in Victoria than there is in New Zealand and Ireland. Mad. That's absolutely mad. Another thing that was a bit weird. If you guys didn't see, the Nintendo Switch new LED model version. Let's find a video of it because I didn't actually grab the actual trailer. If you guys didn't see the trailer, YouTube, help me out here. YouTube des. If you guys didn't see this, so this was something that people were expecting to happen being dropped during E3, but knowing Nintendo, they generally don't drop hardware upgrades or changes during E3. Usually it's dedicated to software, but here we go. The new model that was teased, and the leakers kept talking about it. Them leakers kept talking about what this was going to be, and people kept telling me what it was going to be, but there was no hard evidence. But here's some hard evidence. There is a new model. I love a click sound, I know. But it looks a lot like a normal Switch. Except, it's a little bit different. We are Switch Vita, folks. If you like the Vita, here's your new Vita. It's an OLED screen. It's a little bit bigger in terms of how big the screen is, just relative to the actual size of the Switch. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It has a new stand for people who like. So pretty much, this is a console for handheld. Most people have probably already seen this trailer. This is a handheld focused Switch upgrade. Orgasmic LEDs. But yeah, it looks like it'll probably have a slightly more powerful battery. It's not more powerful in any other regard. It's not got a new CPU, new GPU. It's just the Switch again. Except, here is the part that interests me. This is the best part of this trailer. There is a new Switch dock, and it looks a little bit more robust, a little bit heavier, considering the Switch dock I think is not very good. But the biggest thing about it, a wired LAN port, something that I think was pretty fucking bizarre that the base, Switch consoles hub didn't have, why didn't it have, you would have to buy an additional dongle. Like, I've got the additional dongle so you can plug it into LAN. It made, if you have Wi-Fi and you're playing online, really bad. Really, really not good, bad. It was, so I'm glad that they're adding that to it. So anyone that you're playing with the modern one, people got excited because this is a new Splatoon, but it just looks like Splatoon, so there you go. But it's just one of those things that was very strange that it was missing. But if you're a person getting the new version because you don't have a Switch, or you are a person who's deciding to upgrade, that is actually something I think is beneficial. One thing I will say though, is that you can buy the Switch dock and the Switch itself separate from it. So you can choose which one you want. The new Switch works in the old dock, and the old Switch works in the new dock. So, as someone who makes it mainly in Switch and handheld, it's not a bad upgrade, but I don't see myself getting it. Yeah, I can't see very many people getting this upgrade, honestly. This is more for people who don't have a Switch yet, honestly. I think it's a good get, but again, it's just not something that's not super crazy. Not a fan of white controllers, it's gonna be filthy. Dude, you should see my PS5 controller. I've had to clean it a few times, but the back of it's still getting pretty gritty. It's a bit frustrating, but yeah. So a lot of leakers pretty way off the fucking mark as to what they were suggesting what this would be. A lot of guesswork was happening. So very unlikely that there is another Switch coming out that has an upgraded CPU or anything like that, especially with them announcing this. But yeah, not getting a partial generation upgrade with the Switch, but it's kind of to expect. This is number 4 on trending, by the way. This came out like the other day, and it's still on number 4 on trending, which is bizarre. But yeah, there you go. With a white controller, think about my Xbox One. I haven't cleaned it in ages. It's filthy as fuck. Yeah, that's the thing. You can choose your own. You choose your colors wisely. Like, I think some of the colors, the ones that rub off the colors, like I think they were really bad back in the day, but colored ones generally pretty good now. But if you get a brighter color, expect that thing to get dirty still. But yeah, it will be coming out on October 8th, same day as Metroid Dread. So there will probably be a Metroid Dread package. And yeah, it's $350, which isn't insane. I just think this is just a good upgrade, but like nothing to go out of your way for. Yeah, I expect a lot of people are disappointed by this one. A lot of disappointment all around. Which goes hand in hand with Atari Gaming walks away from free-to-play games to refocus on console and PC. I still don't understand this. I don't understand Atari being back in the race. Again, it's still not the Atari that it used to be. It's different, basically a different company. I don't know what IPs they have ownership over, and I don't know how they can enter into the console market again. But that's their plan, apparently. Yeah. You go, Atari, you go. Lord of the Rings Gollum launches fall 2022. So, if you guys haven't seen, this is kind of a weird looking game, Gollum. It's a game that's been in development for fucking forever. Like, it's in a kind of a development hell. I'm not really excited for this. I've never, ever wanted to play as Gollum. It's kind of a rogue style game, or thief, rather. This is kind of a weird sort of trailer. Dude, you got it. This guy, dude's got an intense look into the camera. But yeah, it's pretty, it's stylized, it's kind of colorful, which is interesting for a Lord of the Rings game. But it's not anything that I've looked at and be like, oh, I really want to play this. So yeah, we'll see. I have no idea how well this will sell. Again, I just don't think it's something. I think you have to be a pretty diehard Lord of the Rings fan to really give a shit about this. I assume it'd just be a software maker not making a new console. Wait, I'm assuming it'd just be a software maker not making a new console. Oh, with Atari. Yeah. They're not making a new console. Sorry. If I phrase that in a funny way, no, they're not. They're entering back into the console and PC market as in which games they're releasing, not as in like coming back with a console. That'd be bizarre. Whoever watched Lord of the Rings and said, I want to play as Gollum, I know, Red Rover. I legitimately have no idea who this is for. But they've pushed forward. Gollum is a good, like, fly-on-the-wall character if you wanted to go from that sort of perspective. But no one wants to be the fly-on-the-wall in a video game. I don't know. I found a pretty actual good GTA Summer DLC. Oh, cool. Have you seen the KFC console? Yeah, we reported on that, like, a very long time ago when that got announced. I think that came out and gone by now, I think, maybe? Unsure. Anyway, new HoloLive English is getting a new member. It is a V singer known as Iris. I actually really like the name. I think her design is fucking killer. The art they're getting is so top of the line right now for Holo. By the way, I had to cull so much HoloLive news from the news. So much reporting on HoloLive right now. They are so hot right now. They are in games, they're getting merchandise, and promoting a whole heap of different things. Like, I can't get over how much HoloLive there is to talk about at the moment. IRS? I ain't here. Fucking IRS. But yeah, this is a really killer trailer. Just in terms of, like, the art is so good. I think we're getting to a point where Holo might be getting too strong, and it scares me a little because I don't know what the future holds for this. But here's your angel devil girl. People have made jokes that she is the child of Toa and Kanata, but she'll be a V singer. So we haven't had. I don't think any of the other HoloLive members from the English side are singer focused. But yeah. The character so the popular character artist Red Juice worked on, so it's the Fate Grand Order series artist. And yeah, holy shit. Really, really intense, some of this, and I don't know. The thing is that the reason why we talk about HoloLive is just not because they're just video game streamers. It's also because of the fact that they have encroached so into the Japanese video game market for advertisements and just collabs and things. They've been promoting a whole heap of games. They were doing recently doing Resident Evil stuff. Like you'll have. I think if people are not aware of what the fuck's going on and you're into Japanese released games, you're gonna have to understand what the fuck VTubers are really about at some point. Tell them I pay my taxes, that I'm on holidays in Mexico. I think that surely they've got the power to. The IRS will chase you into Mexico. They'll get you. But yes, this actually was meant to pair with the other article. I actually didn't grab it, but yeah, it pretty much just covers. If you guys are curious with the Switch model, the details are specifically out there as to what's in the new Switch. And really, it's not too crazy. It's just it's not a Switch Pro. It's not an upgrade. It's just a side grade. So yeah. Moving on, Trigger Witch launches July 28th, and it's just another one of these games. I can't get over how much indie games are like. I just wanted to take a moment of just, there's so much. Little Witch lives in a little village, and Little Witch making potions, being a just very indie games right now. But this one has a gun, which also seems very strangely hipstery. I assume it's a gun that uses magic. I don't know, but yeah. There you go. From indie to AAA though, Assassin's Creed Infinity is now the codename for the new Assassin's Creed game. Now, I've never played Assassin's Creed outside of the first one, which I don't even think I completed, but I cannot get over how big this series is. The newer stuff got people very excited, especially for the upgraded content that is coming to Valhalla. Valhalla? Is that the name of it? The Viking one. Yeah. I don't know if Infinity means that it is going to be a perpetually never-ending game, but that's what they're reporting about. Infinity is supposedly the new title for the project, which generally, if you slap Infinity on a project name, that's you get connotations that it's one that they intend to upgrade forever, and perhaps it's an MMO. I don't know. Yeah. Reportedly, it's a massive online platform that evolves over time, which pretty much matches using the title Infinity, but grain of salt here, this is rumors, even though it is coming from pretty confirmed sources such as Jason Schreier, but yeah, pretty weird. Valhalla? You holla out there? Holla holla you dollar? Ubisoft's been pretty good with their live services. I'm curious about this, but I'm not expecting much. Yeah, I mean, again, I'm not an Ubisoft fan, so this is not something that really grabs my attention, but it should be something to be aware of because it might hit the industry pretty heavy. When big titles like that drop, they do make waves. Back to indies though. Wonder Festival 2021 in autumn will be held in person in September. So Wonder Festival is a Japanese convention that usually is a bit of indie games and bringing in various I guess comics and manga and all that sort of stuff. It's a creative location, so we might see some games be revealed and some games getting more gameplay during that time period. But the fact that it's in person is interesting. So yeah, yeah, just a thing that we probably will talk about in the future. So that's in autumn. Ubisoft's been pretty good. Oh, I've already read that. So more anime, more Japanese. Again, another trailer, but this one is Studio Trigger. Now, a lot of people would know Studio Trigger pretty well. They are some pretty fucking killer in terms of animations and some of the OGs in the industry. And yeah, they did the opening cinematic for a game called Crest, I believe. I might have to double check the title for it, but Metallic Child, sorry. And This is so Trigger. Like, I can't get over how Trigger it is. I doubt that the game looks anything like this, but this is very cute. Oh, it's Korean. Shit, I didn't realize this game was Korean. Now we're gonna do something very quickly. You guys can listen to this jam and rhythm while I try and fix something on the TV. Chat, I'm gonna fix the TV. It ended abruptly, but it is pretty much that art style. Look, you can see that character is very different to what we had in the cinematic there, but it's like I'm kind of interested in what this will sort of become, but pretty cute. There we go. Chat, it may not make sense what I'm doing, but it makes sense to me. And that's all that matters sometimes, as long as it makes sense to me. No more TV. You've been banned from TV, chat. This is not something I should be doing live, but I'm doing it anyway, because I keep forgetting. Alright, there we go. Bingo bango. Alright. Moving on. This one's another cute one that I kind of just want to show off just because of how, like, oh, was that a roguelike? Shit. Mo, I didn't even look. I wasn't even looking. I kind of want to reread that article, but for me, it was grabbing the attention of, like, the animation. So Crayon Shin-chan, which most of you know Japanese kids TV shows, probably we're aware of this show. This game looks impossibly pretty. I cannot get over how much this looks like the show, and I can't get over how much this just, like, is very, very pretty. Look at these environments. Look how beautiful this is. This is absolutely fucking gorgeous. I would never be able to play this because I don't think this will be coming to the West, and I don't really care for Crayon Shin-chan. It's a show for little kids, but look at how pretty this is. I think if you had a Japanese child and you gave him this game, this one would be one of those ones that would live in their memory pretty well. Oh shit, it's Charizard. The art style for Crayon Shin-chan is very strange. Oh, what the fuck? Hang on, it's a Pokemon, like, card game? What? I just assumed it was him living, like, he's doing his little adventures. Wait, I've just noticed she's in the front layer, and she was on top of the dinosaur, by the way, there. But look how pretty this is. I legitimately was blown away when I saw this trailer originally, because why does this game look so good? There you go. All pre-rendered drawings and the backgrounds. It's fantastic. CJ, I think that's such a good... It kills me. I've talked about it before that I think the medium of games is currently suffering from the idea that some games currently they're stepping away from like 2D animated what have I done? Oh no, I've broken something. Hang on, chat. I've just got to fix something. They're stepping away from doing hand animated stuff, and it's kind of strange because, like, hand animation is still something that will be superior to 3D for just being able to have complete control over your creations. And I don't really quite understand where something like that, you can see it works fantastically well. And it would be really nice to see a lot more of that return. I love the PS1 era pre-rendered stuff. So do I, CJ. I think that there's a degree of why Final Fantasy VIII, it might be my favorite fantasy world ever, just because of the lovingly crafted environments that are so phantasmal. Even if you don't do it to explore them, you can just look at them in the background and just easily be able to imagine what it is, because it was just so well done. But yeah, curious about that game. We'll see. Another one, Bright Memory Infinite actually got another trailer. This game keeps changing. It's a very strange game. I'm still not quite sure what this is completely, but as an action game, it's a bit of everything. And it is a indie game that is pushing some real fucking extreme levels of being called indie. It's quite jank in some areas. It kind of looks like the biggest mishmash of just insanity I've ever seen. I probably will never play it just because of how ridiculous this game is. Bro, this is Far Cry. It's... wait for it. This game ain't Far Cry. I don't know what this game is. You're a cyber ninja in a weird, like, modern world. I don't... it's just so bizarre, this game. It's literally a boss in Far Cry 3. Really? Metal Gear Far Cry? Like, the fact that you're using a gun. It's a gun sword, and you use it to parry, and then you have gun, and then there's this... It's Sekiro Just Cause. It's so bizarre. So this is, I believe this is a Chinese game from memory. It was revealed a little while back, and it seemed like one of those tech demo games where it was visually crazy. And then it's like, it just keeps getting more content. Like, they keep revealing more content, like as if it's a real game. I have no idea how dense this will be, or if this will be just jank as absolute living fuck. But as soon as you show me parry sword combat, I might be getting excited, and that scares me. But yeah, Bright Memory. I think this is a game worth keeping an eye on just to see what the hell ends up happening with it. One I actually forgot about was actually Surgeon Simulator 2. If you guys didn't see, Surgeon Simulator was getting a sequel, and it's giving it's coming out in September 2. The original trailer blew people's minds just in terms of it was so different to the original Surgeon Simulator, and I don't really know if this is going to gel with this generation of gamers, but hey, we'll see. So it is a very weird game that's now been upgraded into multiplayer, and you have little environments to wander around, and it's third person.
Really sick. A lot. I mean, seriously, what's wrong with this guy? 4 surgeons.
So the thing is, this game looks like it should be VR to me, but I haven't seen it being talked about it being VR. I think it's just third person. But I can't imagine having to control your hands but also control the character. Seems like it might be a bit of extreme. I don't know if you lock yourself in when you're playing or what, but yeah. It's a very goofy game for very goofy people, I think.
1 lung. 0 time off. After all, there is no I in medical facility. Because here, malpractice makes mal perfect. Surgeon Simulator 2.
See, look how big and different this game is. They really went to such an extreme degree with this game, because it's like, the original game was like you trapped in a small room, and it was kind of silly, kind of strange. But this one's just on another level. This game is just bonkers. This is just an insane concept. But it doesn't look too jank, I'll put it that way. Hot Wheels Unleashed Track Builder trailer. So this is a game I actually thought looked pretty actually cool, which was Hot Wheels, and which was a weird thing to say. Still a weird thing to say aloud now. But that game looked really shiny and clean and fun. Just dumb fun. But building tracks, like Trackmania and stuff like that, if they can lean into what Trackmania did excel at, I think making stages in a game like this would really elevate a game like this. Sturgeon simulator? You live the life of a sturgeon before some Russian dudes catch you and gut you for your eggs? Dear Lord. You know, I was never a Hot Wheels kid growing up, I'll be honest. I'm not really a car person at all, I never have been. But, oh hell yes, it's toys in the bedroom? I know, that's the thing. Like, just the fact that the power of it being toys in a bedroom, like, really just... I just love running around small in an environment. Very fun, very cool, very pog. All right. Moving on though. Hot Wheels, it's coming. Oh my gosh, why is this taking so long to load? So, as always, lawsuits come up every now and then, and it's time to talk about Google. Google is having 36 states have a lawsuit against them due to its violations of antitrust law. Now, this is one of those things that this isn't the first time the finger's been pointed at Google for something like this, and it's been turned down. So, considering though, I talked about how big the Apple versus Epic lawsuit is, and that it would start shedding light on certain things, and it actually has brought traction for stuff also towards Google on the same thing. So, yeah, it's it'll be interesting to see how a lot of these goes, and I think that lawsuits like this are still good, as much as it's like, kind of can be considered frivolous in some areas, but I still think that these things happening for consumers is just be good. The bigger things are, the more you want to try and make sure that they're kept in line. And yeah, I won't go into the details of the actual lawsuit myself. Again, I'm not a law person, but it's just something to be aware that this is basically going on. All right, more weird law stuff. However, on the other side of the ocean, Tencent rolls out facial recognition tech to enforce late-night gaming curfews. This doesn't actually specify in this headline, but it is actually for China. So Tencent Games, really fucking big. It's scary big. They are so scary big now. Might be one of the biggest games companies in the world now, and just with how much they've got under their banner. But in China, they are huge. And thing is, I don't like this. I do not like the idea of facial recognition tech being used like this. There is a big problem with this stuff in China, unfortunately, and China has some very stringent restrictions around this stuff. Again, I don't like any of this, and it is just a little scary to read some of these articles like this. Yeah. Hopefully, it's one of those things that there can be pushback and people that will stand up but again, it's very hard to stand up in a country like that. There's a lot of free liberties that you don't really get to enjoy in China, just because of just a lot of control. There's a lot of control over your life in that area, and yeah. Again, I can't imagine ever this bleeding out outside of the country. However, it's definitely one of those things to just be aware it is happening, and yeah. Hopefully this is something that doesn't impact, or you don't see bleed into other elements of the world. But yeah, face tech. It's a scary premise. People have talked about it for a long time. State of Play. So the State of Play occurred. It was set for July 8th, so it's already occurred. And it was going to be revealing a few games, going to show off some games that are existing, some footage for Deathloop, and some indies. And yeah, I didn't actually get a chance to watch it. But I have caught up on some of the things here. So we'll jump on in. Some of these are pretty cool. Now, I've been watching a bit of Yonso and the crew, Lick Nuke, Dens, and I think Mo, have you been playing with them as well, playing Divinity? The Divinity team have been working on a game called Baldur's Gate 3. And guys, if you haven't actually been watching, I mean, most of you guys know Mo, but I'll give Mo a shout out here. Mo, if you guys haven't watched Mo's, I think you guys have been hosting on Lick Nuke's channel, isn't it? Which, hang on, I'll drop Lick Nuke as well. If you guys haven't been watching them, they've been doing Divinity Original Sin 2, which you can have 4 players do a basically I was going to say roguelike. It's not a roguelike. You can do a RPG map in D&D style with 4 players, and it's very fun. I played it when it originally came out. I played both Divinities. They were very, very good. However, I kind of wish I had played Divinity Original Sin 2 after the fixes that happened to the final content release, because they apparently improved it quite a lot. But that's one of the reasons why I have not picked up Baldur's Gate 3, a game I'm really looking forward to playing with 4 people, and it's because it's made by the same studio. I think it's not Lionhead Studios. It's forgotten the name of them. I'm having a mental blank here, but anyway, the big issue I had with this game was that I heard that it didn't have a shit ton of content, and that kind of was worrisome to me. And I am probably in the stage where I would prefer to, I guess, play it when it's fully out, I guess, is a good way to phrase it. But we are still probably not at that stage, and we will have to keep an eye out. But patch 5 will debut in July, which I don't think will actually have the full content story, but it is at least more content to play. So if you guys want more of that style of game, definitely go check out Baldur's Gate 3, but be aware that it's not a finished game. I think it's still in, I don't think it's in early access, but it's not in its final version, basically. So yeah. Now, another game that I've wanted to play and I never got around to it because it is for PlayStation VR, which is the adorable game called Moss. There's a handful of VR games that I really, really wish I got a chance to play. The original Moss was so adorable looking. I absolutely loved it. But it was beloved enough and got enough sales that they made Moss 2. And this game looks pretty fucking cute too.
A soul to corrupt and twist. Their stories are the ones we fear. And there are those who see potential. The light within the soul. A chance to lift someone up to achieve the impossible. Their stories.
I love how fearless they are to zoom on such a low poly model. Oh, was that like the final moments of Moss 1?
So tell me,
Oh, I love how he animates.
what do you see in Quill? Because her story depends on you.
Oh, is her name Quill? But yeah, it's just a very cute little action adventure. That's a VR adventure. Now, people say it actually controls pretty well for a VR game and animates fantastically. Isn't there another game where you play as a mouse that's VR? Other than Moss? Are you talking about the one that's like it's like the jumpy, it looks like a mascot from the 90s. Are you talking about that one? Yeah, Moss 2. All right, moving on. Ilphonic announces co-op multiplayer shooter Arcadegeddon. I didn't actually watch this trailer. Again, we're in the realm of I haven't seen any of this stuff because of the fact that Ghost of a Tale. Oh, Ghost of a Tale. That does sound familiar. Oh, yes. Yeah, I do remember this game. Yeah, I didn't really want to play this one, though. This was not something that, like, really was my thing. I feel like it's a little too realistic. Kind of gives me Conker's Bad Fur Day vibes with fucking Warhammer. Very weird. But yeah, Ilphonic, they announced a new arcade shooter game, co-op shooter thing. So let's check it out. New IP. Wait, did they say first game? Okay, it is a Fortnite clone. It's a Fortnite clone with Fortnite single player. It's Fortnite single player. What? Okay. Again, not sure this is oh, was it first time publisher? Yeah, because this looks too polished for a first time dev. Yeah, this is very much not for me. But I think Fortnite players, if they want something different, maybe would like this. But yeah, that's got some PlayStation funding behind it. That's why it looks as shiny as it does, I think. FIST, Forged in Shadow Torch. What a awkward name. I believe this is a Chinese title. It's published by Billy. What the hell? Developed by TIG Games. I think I remember the trailer for this ages back, and I didn't think it was for me then, but we'll see what it looks like now.
Port City's as good as lost. Must you go back?
I must go back in order to end all this.
Wow, this gives me like PlayStation 2 vibes. It's also very indie. So it's a side scroller. Wow, what the hell? Why do these? Hang on, the character models, man. This is what I was talking about, getting Chinese models. Some of them are like extremely well done. Like, if you look at all the environments and the characters, they look really good. But if you look at how the game animates, the actual game portion of it, it looks very indie. And that's that thing I talked about where it's like, it's unfortunate because they've got a lot of really good artists over there, but I don't think they've got a lot of great game creators still. But that just, it looks like a side scroller beat 'em up. Side scroller, not even a beat 'em up, it just looks like a side scroller and platformer action game. But yeah, I think that might be for someone, but I don't think that's for me, unfortunately. Hunter's Arena Legends launch August 3rd. I don't actually know what this is. We probably watched this, but I don't remember. This looks like another Chinese game. Interestingly enough, I don't think this is a Tencent one either. Mantisco. Have we seen this, chat? I don't remember this. Again, gorgeous environments. Very quiet. Wait, chat, is this hang on, is this an MMO? This looks like an MMO. What the fuck? Okay, it's got the Western silly outfits thing going on. Shut up, hang on, wait, hang on, what is this? Is this a fighting game? Is this Blade and Soul? Is this an arena fighter? What is this? It's very Chinese, I will say that. It might be, it's very that vibe. Hey Pink Guy, how you doing, man? It reminds me a lot of Blade and Soul. Like a lot like Blade and Soul. Is that the game where you can make custom characters and fight them? I think it must be. It's very strange. It's made by Mantis Co. I don't know who that is, but yeah, not sure about that game. I think that's one of those ones I'd have to get like I'd have to get some player feedback to know how that one people would feel about that one. Something that I don't think we do need player feedback on is Death Stranding Director's Cut. I don't know why this is happening. Kojima, you're a madman. Your director's cutting your own game that I didn't think you had any limitations on, but we're getting more Death Stranding. And I won't watch the trailer just because I never played Death Stranding. The concept of the game was never something I was too interested in, as much as I love Kojima. But yeah. Racing mode? What? Mo? Sorry, what? Hang on. Watch the trailer? I do have to. Do I have to watch the trailer? Really? There's a racing mode. You can't be serious. Again, I might just watch an anime. I might just watch a movie of this game at some point. Just because the story does interest me. I think the visuals and everything really interest me, but the game really does not.
That will be our last.
God, that's gorgeous. That's really pretty looking, that environment there.
For you on the beach.
Rebuilding America isn't gonna get rid of the BTs.
Oh no, he's a mud man.
We'll have hope.
And he's got silly goggles. What?
I don't care about connecting
Ha.
anything.
I don't remember seeing that big of enemies when I originally saw footage of the fights.
Understand the truth of the Death Stranding.
The game is basically a movie with some walking in the middle. And for gameplay. Yeah, it's like a weird version of MGS5. It's very strange. No, the game I was thinking of. Oh, Soul Calibur. No, it's not Soul Calibur. That game definitely wasn't Soul Calibur. Honestly, this game is so misrepresented. This is what I know the game for. This is what I know the game for, is this traversing shit. Sorry, what? You definitely share. I really don't think it's my type of game though, Mo. It's the thing. I watched a lot of footage of that game. I think if I watched a gameplay movie, if I watched a movie of someone playing it, and then that would probably be my way of deciding. But I'm 99% sure it's not for me. The story and everything definitely is, but it's pretty ambitious, even for Kojima. Traversal games are a big thing for me. I've been meaning to play this for a while. I think it'd be your type of game, CJ. Honestly, I think this might be your type of game. I think watching is the worst thing you can do. It's the only game where I cannot stand watching. Really? That's pretty crazy then. I think I look like when I've watched gameplay of it, I think watching it's very much a game feel type of game that I think if I didn't enjoy that, I think it looks far too tedious for me. It looks extremely tedious. The difference between watching and playing. Yeah, it's on there. It's on the possibilities one day, Mo, but there's so much to get through. As much as I love Kojima, I don't know. This has always been a funny point for me on this game. But I cannot believe there was racing in that trailer. What is Death Stranding? It makes me curious as to what the next game is going to be that they come out with, because they've tackled so much crazy shit in that current version of Death Stranding. But yeah. And one last thing that they showed off with the PlayStation State of Play was Deathloop, a game that I'm still not interested in myself, but I think more and more people are getting interested in this. If you're a shooter fan with crazy powers, with some stylization, this might be your jam.
Every single person here is out to kill me.
It's fun. I've been cutting short your meaningless rant.
So this is actually a 10-minute trailer, so I'm not going to watch the 10 minutes. We're only going to watch a bit of it.
Death is a typical physiological experience in this place.
I hate to break it to you, but there is nothing normal about this fucking island. Oh, shit! What?
You're gonna give me that attitude?
Same day, which means I already know what's going to happen. Am I supposed to do this every day for the rest of my life? Fuck that! I'm breaking this loop.
I'm Dinga, game director at Arcane Lyon, and I'm here to give you a special look at Deathloop.
Alright, well, I won't watch this whole thing. Like I said, this is 10 minutes. So if you do want to check out 10 minutes of Deathloop, which I do know people are excited for this game, you should definitely go check it out. But for me, I probably will not check this one out unless I hear some raving reviews about it. But it seems definitely conceptual, very interesting. It's too French, pass. CJ, don't be like that. But that's actually all the news. So we are actually at a point where I want to jump into the Monster Hunter personality quiz. Just because I want to see what monster I get, because we're going to jump into some Monster Hunter Stories 2 shortly, which we're actually we're actually not too far into the stream, so I could actually break the stream into a few segments. But we're going to do this quiz. So if you guys haven't done the quiz and you do want to do the quiz with me, just to see what you get. Kazu, I better not get fucking Kazu, CJ. I am curious what I will get though. Normally I don't do these too often, but yeah. Oh, it's actually an actual interesting quiz. It's actually got some writing. The past few days have been extremely busy, pushing you to the brink of exhaustion, both mental and physical. Seeking brief respite from your daily routine, you head out into nature on a relaxing day in a sprawling field. As you feel the gentle breeze on your face, you notice an animal out of the corner of your eye. Is it a medium-sized dog or a cat that's quietly observing you? Dog. I have a business meeting to attend. Are you on the way to the client's office? You step into an elevator. This is very strange. I like the idea that this is like for kids. Like, this does not sound like a question you ask kids. You step into the elevator and press a button, one for the upper floors, when you suddenly look out and see a middle-aged man you don't know standing in the distance from the elevator. What do you do? Ask the man if he's taking the elevator. Okay. Cannon, 1, you're rating me very early. 2, you're rating me during a Monster Hunter quiz. How you guys doing? Welcome on in. We're just finishing the news and we're just doing a quiz to see what I'm getting as a monstie. And then we're gonna jump into Monster Hunter Stories 2. How you guys going? What were you guys doing? Early? Yeah, it's only like, we're only an hour and a half in. Hey Rainbow, how you doing?
Good boy points on Kids Meal Bull Pit Burger Joints.
What the heck? Canon, you're playing Star Wars Fallen Order. Let me guess. I'm gonna take a guess here. Canon, how big of a Star Wars fan you are? If you say not very, I'm going to assume that chat told you that it's a Souls-like game. Hey Dialer Raptor, how you doing? Welcome on in. Hello teacher. How does elevator etiquette help me hunt a basil geese? I don't know, Rosary. I like that this is a question. I'm fairly sure this is meant to be a quiz for kids. Why have we got a question about holding an elevator in the office? Ask the man if he's taking an elevator. Assume the man isn't taking the elevator since he's standing far away from it, and press the button to shut the doors. I mean, how can we have the third option and just leave it? And if he did, we wait until he gets closer. Ask the man if he's taking the elevator. Shut the elevator. Honestly, if he's far away that I can't talk to him. If he's close enough, I can talk to him. Maybe ask him. You write a letter to your grandmother who lives alone, quite far away from you. This is the only way you're able to contact her since she doesn't have a cell phone. Despite never writing letters anymore, you find it to be quite enjoyable. Once you finish writing what you want to say, there is a small amount of space left at the bottom of the paper. What do you add at the end? Tell her a funny story of something that happened recently. Tell her you're concerned about her health and wish her the well. I've actually seen all the movies, but I'm not like a Live or Die fan. I actually picked it up on sale as a why not and you're loving it. Reminds me more of an Uncharted than Souls. See, that's the funny thing, Canon. That was the thing when I've watched people play it. So many people are like, oh, it's Dark Souls. It's Star Wars Dark Souls. I watched it. I'm like, sometimes it looks mostly about, to me, it looked more like that sort of thing. It looked like a more scripted style thing, but it's kind of open worldy, I guess. I don't know. Maybe that's another one of those games that's on the list of that maybe one day I get to. I mean, I'm glad you're enjoying it though. I tell a funny story about something that happened recently. I'm concerned about her health and wish her well. I'd do that, personally. You go to a local park one early afternoon on a day off and sit on the bench and read a book. However, you find yourself having trouble getting into the story and decide to close the book and observe your surroundings. Upon doing so, you notice a small child not far off, running far off and then falling down. You look around, but the child's parents don't seem to be nearby. What do you do? I'm worried child might be hurt. I'm going to offer my help. I'm sure the child will be fine. We'll wait and see. It'll be B. I'm not going... Don't go touching other people's kids. What the fuck? You find yourself at your wit's end while in the middle of the meeting because everyone's on the edge. And as a result, one of the participants being in a bad mood, your co-workers have gone completely silent, causing the meeting to grind to a halt. Again, this is meant to be a child's quiz. What's going on here? What do you do when you're faced with this situation? It sounds like the Blade Runner replicant distinguishing test. Yeah, this is not at all the tone that I thought this quiz would be. This test sucks, bro. Of course it is what it is. I did this question at different questions, I think. Yeah, you probably do. Usually they have different, like, they randomize it. I'm not sure why, though. I think it's just to make it so if you want to do it multiple times. Your code works because the meeting, hang on. So everyone's as a result of one of the participants being in a bad mood while in the middle of a meeting. Everyone will calm down if you just give it a little time. Sit back and let things unfold. I've got to lighten the mood. Tell a funny story. Who the imagine that, getting up and telling a funny story in the middle of a work meeting. I'm going with B. Not my result. You've got to be joking. You've got to be joking. Chat. How does... Hang on, question, chat. I picked 3 patient responses, and I got Rajang, the most aggressive monkey you ever did see. Yeah, Fallen Order is fun, and you're not playing anything else. Kind of wish Stories wasn't tomorrow, so I could play it more. Yeah. Well, it's actually unlocked already for me, Canon, so I'm actually going to go play it now. So if you don't want spoilers, heads up. But we'll be starting from where the demo left out. Monkey. DaiMonkey? Stupid DaiMonkey. What is this? I feel that the monster would best match your cheerful personality is the ability to read the situation is none other than Rajang. I don't know if this goes well together. Sure, it's an offensive powerhouse. And it tends to forget itself in anger at times. However, I think you can handle yourself just fine. Keep in mind, you don't need to be overly appeasing. Sometimes it's probably best to... I don't know if this goes well together. Wait, CJ, what did you get? You got Palmumu. Of all the monsters, Palmumu I think would have suited what I've chosen there, but very bizarre. Very bizarre quiz. But if you want to do it yourself, here's the quiz. I think this is where we're going to take a short break, and then I will go set up Monster Hunter Stories 2. And not get a Rajang, that's for sure. This is not a monster I ever would have in my party. I remind you of a Rajang? Rosary, explain to me. How do I look like Big Monk? I guess I am a big, strong lad. I'll take that as a compliment. Big, strongest lad. Alright. That's all the news. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys had fun. I'm gonna quickly BRB now as we go set up Monster Hunter Stories 2. And I think it just takes off from where we were up to in the demo. So we might actually be jumping in mid-story. So if you guys don't, I will explain where we're up to if you're not sure what's going on. And prepare for Monster Hunter Pokemon. You're ruthless like the ruthless one abandoning Rose. I'd never abandon Rose. I wouldn't have sacrificed... Well, I did sacrifice Rose. We will not talk about that, though. Alright, well, you guys sit tight. Fill out your questionnaires. Hand them back to the front of the class when you're done. We'll review once we're all completed, and I'll associate you all a Monstie. But you look after yourself, and I'll be right back.